Hey guys, it's Amy, the resident white girl from the Xennials podcast, and I just wanted to take a minute to tell you about Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you a little. It's free. There's all the creation tools you need to edit and record right from your phone or computer. And Anchor will do the dirty work for you and distribute everything for you. It's everything you need to make podcast in one location. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hello and welcome again to the Xennials podcast. You're here today with me, Tora. We got Ames. Hello. And we got this. Before we get started with today's episode, I wanted to tell y'all about a very awesome experience I had today. Speak Our Truth organization, Speak Our Truth, had an event, Yoga in the Hood. It was awesome. The yoga instructor, amazing. Unfortunately, I forgot her name, but I will get that for you guys before the end of the show. But she was pretty awesome. The event itself was awesome. She had some nice vendors. I got some shirts. I got some sage. I got some popcorn that was bomb. Chris had cake. I didn't get to taste the cake, but he didn't share either, so I assume it was really, really good. So it was a nice event. So shout out to Speak Our Truth.
I should move back home. I should move back home.
You should. You missed it, girl. You should have. You missed it. Shout out to Speak Our Truth. It was a really great event and an educational one about sexual trauma and assault and survival. Sexual trauma and assault and survival, and there was some good resources there. I cannot wait till the next one. So, Speak Our Truth. Today's episode is an interesting one. Today we're going to speak on some grown adult type stuff, and we are speaking on infidelity.
Oh, come on. Share the same terms for the title of this episode that you did with the rest of us. I mean, anybody younger probably ain't gonna understand it, but you know.
What's the title of the episode? It's Infidelity.
That is not what I got up on my drive. Don't even go there. Okay, so it is infidelity, but carry it out. The OPP episode.
The OPP episode. Now, see, here's the thing. That is definitely a Xennial term. I do not think that Gen Z knows what OPP is.
Well, you know what? That's a good thing that we're not really for Gen Z.
Yeah, I mean, so there's that. But yeah, it's the OPP episode. Other people's insert word.
For the sake of the show, we'll refer to it as partner.
Okay, other people's partner. We can go with that. So exactly what is infidelity? Infidelity is the action or state of being unfaithful to a spouse or other sexual partner. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of have a little issue with the definition, only because I don't think you have to be a sexual partner to have infidelity.
Nope, you can emotionally cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You can physically cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You can just...
Now, it doesn't have to be a sexual situation, right. but according to dictionary.com, sexual partner. I think this is relatable to all of us. We've either been on one side or the other.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't.
Not saying while you were married. Saying while you were younger. How about that? Let me.
No, I still. No. Plausible deniability. It wasn't me.
You can't plead the fifth on this one for the simple fact that we need your knowledge to go on with the show. Oh no, you don't get to plead the fifth on this one. Yeah, that is what exactly infidelity is. Now the question is, why do people cheat?
Okay.
Loaded question.
There's multiple reasons though, because you can be with someone who's accused you of it. And if you're constantly accused of something, if you're going to accuse me of it, at least let me do it.
That's true. I mean, okay, there's a lot of reasons people cheat. I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
You don't even really need a reason.
That's true.
I mean, you really don't need a reason to cheat. It was there. It was available. You had an itch. You scratched it.
Okay, so that brings us back to, different levels to it. Let's go back just a tiny bit. There's different levels in lingo. There is the situationship. Now, I've always called it situationship, but Apparently, according to Urban Dictionary, it's called situationship. I don't like that one, but that's what they call it. And a situationship is when a one-night stand becomes a regular situation and feelings begin to get involved. However, the other person may be living with someone and may or may not have kids. Your situation is no longer a situation, but now a situationship in hopes of eventually progressing into a relationship. Ooh, been there. Unfortunately, I have been there.
On which side?
And I have been on the side of the next term, which is side piece. Side piece, side chick, side dude. It's all the same thing. And that's the other person. The other woman, the other man. I've been on the side of that.
Were you aware of the original?
No.
Then see, that's different. That's
different. I was not aware of the original, but when I'm made aware of the original, I also did not stop.
Well, at that point, you were already invested.
Like, seriously. And that's my whole thing that I'm probably going to repeat a few times. My time. Like, okay, it's one thing, you took my money, you took my energy, but damn it, my time, I can't get that back. So now that I've invested my time, I'm like, I want to cash out. So I'm going to stick around until I'm done with it. And I'm not suggesting that you do that, and I'm not saying that it's right, because it's not, but at the same time, bitch, I want my time back. And then sometimes you just gotta take that L and call it a loss, because most of the time that's how it ends. It's a loss. It's completely unnecessary, and it's a loss. Now, there's the situationship, there's the side pieces, but there is also the entanglement. And I like this one. This was made popular like a year or two ago by Jada Pinkett Smith, when on her show she decided to get with her husband and tell her husband about an affair that apparently he knew about, or some weirdness. I don't know. That's their relationship. But instead of calling it an affair or calling it a relationship with another, she called it an entanglement.
Well, I guess if you weren't smart enough to pull the sheets back first, you get entangled.
That is what I thought. Like, hey, an entanglement involves sheets, right? Like, she's wrapped up in, okay, anyway. Entanglement. According to Urban Dictionary, an entanglement is a romantic or sexual relationship between two people, especially one that's outside marriage, aka an affair. An entanglement and an affair. So if you try to be cute and classy with it, you say affair, or you say entanglement. But if you just hood, yay, affair. That was an affair.
If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's a duck. You don't sit there and go, it's a mallard, it's the Aflac duck. No,
it's the goose.
Right. I just, can we just, why do we need new words for everything?
I don't think we do. I just enjoy that. I enjoyed that this is the word she chose to use, and I enjoyed that her husband called her on it and was like, an entanglement. And she was like, yeah, an entanglement. And he was like, okay. So I enjoyed that part. But yeah, entanglement. So again, that's terms that we may throw out there during the show, just in case you didn't have the definition. You can always go to urbandictionary.com and see what I saw.
I mean, if Webster don't give you the answer you want, you always turn to Urban Dictionary.
I go to Urban Dictionary. Forget Webster. I mean, he knows shit, but he don't know shit. I need to hear what they know. What's popping on the streets? That's why I go to Urban Dictionary. A desire. Why cheat? Okay. A desire to have sex basically is why people cheat. According to health.com, the sex therapist Vanessa Marin says that infidelity is not just black and white. Some people aren't looking for someone they're missing, but they're dealing with issues of themselves. So, in other words, I cheat, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. It's because me. I cheat because there's something going on with me. So I'm going to go and dip it and do it over here in this dude bed to see what's going on with me. That's what she said. Hey.
I robbed the bank, not because I needed the money, but because I knew you needed the money.
Basically, I mean, something like that, yeah.
Who was this woman asking these questions of? Because honestly, here's my deal. That sounds a whole lot like, I'm gonna take accountability for this, but only because you're gonna tell me I have to take accountability, but in the end it has nothing to do with me.
It's like passing the buck. That I've experienced at a job or two. They were good for that, especially passing the buck to me. That was behind the desk. That's a whole
lot of, I'm breaking up with you, but it's not you. It's me.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what I heard. When I read that, I was like, okay, that's what she's talking about.
It's not you. It's me. No, just own it. You don't think fool's good in bed. You saw the other side of the fence. The grass looked a little green, so you jumped over there.
Now we're gonna jump into that in a minute because we got some words for that one. But who do you think cheats more, men or women?
Women.
Women cheat more. They just don't get caught as much. Is that what we're saying? Is that where we're gonna go with? Men cheat more and get caught and then admit it? Oh my gosh, that's the problem. No. Okay. According to 2018 and 2019 statistics, men are more likely to cheat.
That's the dumbass who said, let me answer this honestly. Because every woman looked at that and went, that fool don't know that I was with his best friend last night.
Okay, so how about this? Men are more likely to cheat, but married women between the ages of 18 and 29 are more likely to cheat in that demographic.
Well, at 18 to 29, they ain't had a whole lot of test drives.
And I was just like, 18 to 29, why are you married? But not my business. Do what you do.
You know, I mean, hey, do you, boo? But at 18 to 29, okay, you figure person that they married is probably the person they lost their V card to. This is probably the only person who's ever really made them feel all special and beautiful and ooh la la. So they get out there and they're like, damn. Like it's not just him that wants me. Like he wants me and he wants me and she wants me. So, you know, what happened is they went to the Chevy dealership, saw the Camaro, said, let me take the Camaro. Okay. Forgot that at that same Chevy dealership, you could have got a Corvette, you could have got a Tahoe, you could have got a Silverado, you and you could have just taken them for a drive. You didn't even have to buy it.
Definitely a Silverado, big black Silverado.
I mean, you know, no, you saw the Camaro and you went, oh, it's perfect, and you drove it. That was the first one you drove, and you said, oh, I like it. And after driving it for a while, you wrecked it, or the engine got screwed up, so you go back to the dealership. Suddenly, you realize there's a whole lot more cars here. Now you still got the Camaro. It still works. It don't work like it's supposed to.
It don't work like it used to.
Right. But you still got it. But now you realize there were options. So now you go, I'm going to try this one. And you know, some of these dealerships now got this whole, you can keep it for 3 whole days. Decide if this is what you want.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Your love life is not a car dealership. You signed on the dotted line. You started making payments. You're stuck with it. You don't get to, your credit ain't good enough for you to go get another one. It ain't good enough for you to go get another one. Just because you can, and maybe your credit's right on the line that it is. Can you afford it? Can you afford all that comes with it?
I'm saying 9 times out of 10 that the answer to that question is no, but you know, it's always nice. What is the saying? The grass is greener.
Grass is always greener on the other side. But it ain't.
It ain't.
You get up close enough, the grass is just the same as what you got at home.
And if it's greener, it's probably fake astroturf.
Or somebody tended to it and took care of. You got a professional and you said, hey, I got a problem. How do I fix it? I mean, throwback to you're not afraid to ask for help with mental health or to say you got this problem and that problem. But when it comes to your relationship, no, it's perfect. It's just everybody else's is better than ours. You thought it was perfect when you married him. Them same flaws were there.
That may be an issue. Anytime we talk about stuff like this, I always think about instant gratification. Like, we're so much in an age where you want it right now that sometimes you don't want to work hard to get stuff. And I don't think a lot of people don't realize that sometimes relationships are hard and you actually have to work at it in order for it to be the way you want. And so instead of working, I'm just going to go over here and see if I can get something else over here. But just got to work at it.
But eventually the same thing's going to happen in that one that happened in the first one.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, like with her, we had issues. We worked it out, mainly because I'm just a stubborn bitch and, ain't nobody ever called me a fucking quitter.
Okay. Well, all right. We appreciate the honesty. So here's my next question.
For the long haul.
Where do you get these people? Like, not even being funny, it's hard for me to find a boyfriend. How you got 5? Where do you get them? Where do you get these guys from? Where's the rock at? Because I looked up under that one. Where do people find people to cheat with?
I know you can't see it, but I have a really pretty light fixture up there.
Yeah, I was looking at Harley. I was like, okay. What is she gonna say? Is she gonna tell us something? I mean, she knows. Does she know the business?
Harley knows. She does.
Oh, Harley knows. So where do you? Let me tell you. Okay, statistics say the most common places that people start cheating, that they find people to cheat with, is at work, at the gym, social media, social circles, volunteering, in church. I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I had a conversation earlier this week, and I was talking about some stuff. I was talking about some stuff, and the person I was talking to was like, so did y'all meet at church? Or I was like, no, wait, no. He's like, well, did he meet her at church? I was like, no one met at church. I'm not sure where this is coming from, but yeah, it just made me laugh. But basically work, because hey, you're there 8 hours a day. Shit sucks, and if you got somebody to have it suck with, then it's a gateway. The gym. I don't personally know anything about that because I don't hit the gym like that. But I'm sure that if I seen some sexy, sweaty ass bodies, I might be feeling some type of way too.
Right, but there's one thing to feel some type of way, and there's another with, first off, I'm not going to the gym. That implies that I'm going to break a sweat doing something that I absolutely don't want to do. Do I know I need to hit the gym? Of course I know I need to hit the gym. I don't want to hit the gym. If I hit the gym, I'm going to hit it with a freaking bulldozer and knock it down because you're a reminder of why I hate my life.
Okay, that took a left, but continue.
But why?
You know what? If you make a plan, or you make a resolution, I'm gonna work out. You try to get your husband to go with you. Come on, babe, let's go work out. Nah, babe, you go ahead, and I don't feel like it. And you get to working out, and you start seeing yourself looking good. You're like, damn, she's looking fancy. And then you start seeing somebody else looking good, and then you go home to Mr. Flabby sitting on the couch, and you're like, dang. And then you go back to the gym again, and that sexy man looking at you, and you looking sexy. Y'all two sexy people, and the sweat is just dancing, and the vibes in the air. Maybe, I don't know. I don't go to the gym. I'm just assuming this is how it works. I don't know. I'm assuming this is how.
Look,
I don't go to the gym, so I don't know.
Let me tell you why this doesn't work with work or the gym and someplace that you are at regularly. Because when it goes bad, and it's going to go bad, because somebody's going to get too attached and find out that the other person ain't as attached, you now have to continue to look at them. And it's a reminder of what you did. Okay, and anybody who's cheating within their own social circle, I'm gonna need you to find a better social circle, because these people were there before you found your Mr. Right or your Mrs. Right. These people were there, and they didn't spark your interest then.
Oh no. Okay, the social circle, and I'll explain it because I saw it on Cheaters one night. Okay, so what happened was that dude was there, and he had his homeboys and his homegirls, and he ended up finding another girl. Hey, how you doing? Oh, we like each other. Let me introduce you to my people. So you introduced to your friends and everything. And every now and then he had to go to work, so you just hanging out with the buddies. Let me hang out with, it's guys and girls hanging out with the buddies. And one night while he's at work, his bestie starts to look real good. He says some stuff. You looking good to him, and he's looking good to you. And that's where the cheating in the social circle comes in, because now it's kind of, and it's also easy access. Yo, I'm going to hang with the crew. He ain't going to question you on it. Oh, yeah. Why? My best friend just called asking for you. Oh, yeah. We're supposed to be we're trying to get this thing together where we can all go paintballing or something. I don't know. But that's the social circle. It's not that they were there before and they should have been looking good. It's that you were brought into the social circle of someone else's.
No, because somebody's going to find out something. Somebody's going to notice a tan line.
Here's the thing, though. Will they tell? That's the thing. Some people are just like, yo, this is my best friend and this is my best friend and I love them, and his girl is cheating on him with the other best friend. I don't want no parts of it. I can't say that. So some people won't say nothing.
Look, my own flesh and blood, my own daughter, okay? And it don't matter. Straight up. Her and hubby do not get along. Like, they get along, you know, but if he like dropped dead tomorrow, she'd be like, sorry about your loss, mom. You know, like, that is their relationship. Now, I don't question it, because hey, whatever. But if that little girl found out I cheated on him, she straight up, mama got somebody, and it ain't you.
Now, see, here's the thing. Some people have morals and standards, others none.
So my moral fiber is a whole inch long. Okay? It's a whole.
Okay. Totally wasn't talking about you. Talking about your dog.
I know. I'm just saying. My moral fiber is a whole inch long, and it is massively frayed on each end. But if you tell me that you are with someone and you've been with them for a while, even if you're not married, but you've been with them for a while, I don't want you. I don't need somebody's leftovers. I don't need to know that I'm a fly-by-night, that I am just there to occupy your time when they are not available or not giving you what you want.
But you know what? There's always that one person that's like, I'm better than such and such.
Okay.
I know you got a girl, but I'm better than her.
Right.
I'm better. So guess what? Let me show you I'm better. Everybody different. Everybody different.
I mean, at least with hubby, if I come to bed with a face mask and my hair up, looking like crap, and a freaking turby child fold up on top of my head, and he's in a mood, I'm gonna get thrown to the bed. I ain't gonna get that with a side piece. It's gonna be one of those, no. I want to know that I look like something the dog drug in from the far back field, and you still want me. Even if you don't want me, you still want me. You ain't getting that with a side piece.
Yep. Agreed. Now here's the thing. Social media. Man, social media can be a little bitch. Oh, hey. So I've already shared with my co-host and with the group, but I'm going to go ahead and just share with everybody, all the listeners. As I was writing and going over our segment earlier this week, my DMs went off. Ding, ding. And I was like, it's 12:30 in the morning. Who could this possibly be? I open it up. I get a message from a guy that says something about I look sexy, some crap, and then sends all these cherry emojis and a licky tongue emojis, and I'm just like, ain't you married, my guy? I haven't heard from him since. Now here's the thing. If you are married and it literally says is married to such and such on your page, and I literally like 2 hours ago saw you posting your wife on your page, and then you hit my DMs. Why on earth would you think I would bless you with the opportunity to get to know me? Bro, you're married. You literally just put it out that you're married, and then listen, say son, just like you can get in my DMs, I can hop in your wife, screenshot this and send it to her. Do you want them kind of problems? Because I'm the one to bring them. Do you want that smoke? Just a FYI for future gentlemen suitors. Don't do it. It's trouble over here. This might be why I'm still single, because I just refuse to, like, I don't want to be second. I don't want to be number two. So social media can get you caught up. Hint, hint, FYI, for future reference.
Well, and now Facebook even has like Facebook dating.
Nope. No, thank you. I bet you it's nothing but scammers. Joanne the scammers on there. No thanks. I don't need that in my life.
Like, I get the random friend request. It's like, am I supposed to friend you? Like, I don't know you. We don't have no mutuals.
Listen, even if I do, I could have 96 mutuals with you. I'm going through your page, and if I still don't know you after going through your page, denied. Because if I don't know you, then there's a good chance I'm not interested in knowing you. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think that social media, for me personally, I don't mess with people on social media that I meet on social media. It's not the thing for me. If that's what's making it happen for you, you found Mr. Right or Ms. Right, and you're happily ever after, kudos. But for me, I stay away from social media. Also, like, I have honestly learned to stay away from men in the church. Now, hear me out. All you Proverbs 31 women, hold on. Hear me out before you go in on me. I've noticed that men in the church, some men in the church are married. And sometimes their wives don't come to church or don't go to the same church. Yeah, try to holler at you, and you're thinking Deacon such and such is free when his wife just at a different church.
Right.
So
he's hoping that you didn't realize he just threw "Please keep my wife in your prayers." He's hoping you hear that.
Yeah, I have made it a point to not like really get in good with men at the church like that, because a lot of the men that go to church are predators. They're just looking for the church girl, the good girl that's there, and a lot of them got wives, girlfriends, or crazy baby mamas that I don't want to deal with.
I avoid all that, not just because I'm married, but because I just don't go to church,
Not to mention, there's also a lot of, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but there's also a lot of competition. Like, let a single good-looking man walk into church, and every single woman will be on them. And not even every single woman, even women who aren't single will be on them for the fact that, hey, I have a single girlfriend I can hook you up with. And I'm just like, I personally just don't have the energy for it.
Look, I worked hard enough to find my own man. I ain't trying to find one from a friend. Let her put in the energy and the time and the effort. Tora, I love you.
I mean, like,
I love you.
I was like, I don't know if that was shot fired or not, but thanks.
I love you. I love you. But I'm gonna need you to do that journey on your own, because I think somebody would be like perfect for you. I know you here. I don't know you here. I don't know you here. So I only know the guy's perfect for you based on the you that I see and I interact.
And you know what? Let me go on and tell y'all some of my business. I could totally appreciate everything she just said, because I had a friend who decided that she was going to hook me up with one of her family members. And I was like, it took her a while too, because I was like, it's your family member. If it goes south, I don't want us to have a bad relationship. And for like a couple of years, because it was about 2 years or so, she tried it, and I was just like, no. Finally, I was like, okay. She hooked me up with this family member, and he ended up with another woman, and she knew about it, and she didn't tell me. And the issue with this is that beforehand, when I told her, hey, we shouldn't do that because I don't want us to have a bad relationship if something goes bad. Girl, if he ever tried to cheat on you, I will let you know. If I ever saw another female, I would let you know. Well, she didn't let me know. So when I called her on her shit, it wasn't my place. That was her answer. It wasn't my place.
But it was your place to hook me up.
And I was like, well, ain't that about a bitch? So, needless to say, me and her, we ain't really that cool as we used to be. I talk to her every now and then, but we used to be so close. And now it's like, no.
See, I would be the type to be like, so I know a guy and I'd like you to be able to talk to him and go from there. Like, y'all have a lot of things in common. You're both into the same type of things. You know, you have some differing views on some things. But I think you guys would get along. Now, what y'all do with it after that, like, hey, do you? But can I at least get y'all to like just talk? Just go have some coffee at a Starbucks and just shoot the shit with people with some common interests and some common differences and see what happens. That would be how I would do it. Like, oh, he's perfect for you because I don't know you like that.
You know what? After my own personal experience and how I am no longer friends with this person, and like the way we used to be friends, I don't even think I would want to try to hook somebody up with somebody. It'd be like, you know, I'm scared to give you the number to them because I don't want you to end up being the complete opposite of what I've described. And now my homegirl looking at me like, hey, this dude likes to cheat. You should have told me that. So that's just my own experience. There you go. Have a little bit. You're welcome. So the next thing, there's, as we said before, there's a lot of reasons to cheat or why people would cheat. But we're going to section some off as the psychological reasons. Okay, so according to verywellmind.com, there are several reasons why people cheat, psychological reasons. And one is plain old unhappy and dissatisfied, or falling out of love, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, now, unhappy, dissatisfied, falling out of love. As hard as it is to break it off, would you rather break it off or would you rather cheat? Because either way it goes, the other person's still going to get the shit in of the stick. They're still going to feel some type of way. So would you rather just clean break, or let me just stick around because I know that they're kind of needy and they may need me and I'm just gonna stick around? Okay, go back. What do y'all feel about the reason of being unhappy and dissatisfied as a reason to cheat? No.
If you're unsatisfied and it's not working out, yeah, it's just time to move around. It's time to move around. I mean, there's no why cheat and damage someone psychologically when you can just decide that it's time to move on and move forward and leave it at that. I
agree. But of course, you know, like an onion, there's layers. So it just depends on the situation. If y'all like have an apartment together and y'all live together and both of y'all name on the lease, it's like, okay, I'm done with this, but I still got 6 months to go. Do you cheat even though you're done with it?
No, that's when you do the adult thing and go, okay, look, here's the thing. We both know we're locked into this. You know, we're going to have to continue to look at each other. One of us can, you know, basically, we can start interviewing people for one of us to move out, or you are an adult and be like, hey, look, this isn't working. We live together. We've been a couple, but I need us to go to straight roommate status. Like, I can't, this isn't working.
What if it's only a 1-bedroom?
Well, you know, they make couches and air mattresses for a reason.
Yeah, but would you really want to be in the same space with somebody that cheated on you or, you know, essentially played with your emotions? Or better yet, would you want to look at that person?
Well, no.
I mean, what's the sex like? I got questions. What's the sex like?
But would you want to have sex with that person too? I mean, after that person violated your relationship, the sanctity of your relationship? I mean,
sometimes.
So psychologically, what does that do to a person? I mean, sex is sex regardless. You know, it is a basic human necessity. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Man,
I mean, at this point, if the person has already cheated on me, of course I'm looking at you like you're the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I want no part of you. You look dirty and I don't want the dirt on me. So I think depending on where you're at in your head psychologically, if this person cheats on you and you're like, you know what, that's the last straw. You dirty ass bastard. Or me, my words, you dirty dick bastard. I don't want no parts of you. So then, yeah, I'm going to be like, you and dirty dick can go to the living room. And I'm saying this because this is a real live conversation that I've had before. This is a real live conversation I've had before. Like, you and your infestation can go. But my bad. I like to use big words sometimes. So, infestation.
Well,
I'm just the living room. I don't want to lay eyes like you. I don't want to see you. I don't care if you ain't got a place to go. I mean, you got some money, go get a hotel room. It's not my responsibility at that point.
But what if y'all both on the lease? Like, I mean, it just seems like a lot of paperwork and a lot of court shit that you don't want to go through. I mean, personally, that's why I've never like had nobody on my lease or whatever. That's just on me because I just don't want to go through court shit if things go south. But some people don't think like that. Yeah, I understand.
well,
Unhappiness and dissatisfaction. If you're unhappy and you're dissatisfied, it is in your best interest to go ahead and do what you need to do for yourself, such as leave. Yeah, leave.
Because if you think going somewhere else and finding somebody is gonna make you happy and like that's just it though. It's you're looking for somebody else to make you happy and keep you happy, and that's not the way it works.
Right.
You know, I mean, let's go back to Will and Jada. It's not my job to make you happy. That's on you.
And that is literally what he said. That is literally what Will Smith said as far as when it came to Jada. It's not his responsibility to make her happy. She has to make her happy. And that's, at first I was like, damn, but that's some real stuff. Like, how can you, it's like how they say, how can you take care of somebody if you don't take care of yourself? It brings to mind the whole oxygen mask dropping situation for me. That's what I think about when I think about the whole dissatisfied. So verywellmind.com also says that feeling unappreciated can lead people to have an affair because the affair can validate the person's sense of self-worth. Now, I don't know how much bullshit that sounded like to you, but it sounded like some straight bullshit to me. Like you actually need to dip out on the relationship to feel worthy. I think that goes back to the first one that we said as far as you making yourself happy.
My self-worth is I need to go out and act like a hoe.
Because I am feeling unappreciated.
Because a random piece is going to appreciate you. No, what he's going to appreciate is the 20 minutes between the sheets with you because he was able to satisfy an itch. And that's if you even get a full 20 minutes.
I was going to say that 20 minutes. Damn, what 20 minutes? What?
I mean, 20 minutes is to pick you
that
up.
Was you were generous with that one. You were very generous with that.
Well, I'm hoping if he's worth cheating on, he's worth more than 2 or 3 minutes.
Man.
Because if he ain't, then you really need to reevaluate yourself
first. So feeling unappreciated, lack of commitment. Now this is actually one of the realest answers I've ever that they have here. Verywell.com, verywellmind.com says that one of the psychological reasons for people to cheat is lack of commitment. They lack commitment. It does come to play. Why get into a relationship if you lack the commitment? But at the same time, if you know you lack the commitment, again, why get in a relationship, I guess?
Stay single, play the field. Go test drive all the cars on the lot. You know, I'm sorry.
I think that would be the smartest thing to do.
Why? If you have commitment issues, why would you give someone the false sense of security that they're in a relationship?
Because at that time, they're not worried about that someone. They're worried about themselves. And perhaps this commitment that I'm giving to you is just simply so that I could have sex with you or do whatever it is I want to do with you, or money, whatever it is that I'm looking for. I know that I have to give you some sort of commitment. I am not fully with giving you commitment. I still want to go out and do what I want to do, but you need that commitment from me. So I'm just going to go ahead and commit to you in your face. But while I'm in these streets,
actually, look,
I'm for the streets.
Look, if you faking a commitment for money, there's a whole website. Ashley Madison made sure of it. There's a whole website.
I mean, sometimes, I don't know if you've seen the dudes I done seen, they don't go on that website and let me see what you look like, because baby, I can't, they ain't gonna make no money, basically. They ain't gonna do it.
But I mean, you know, there's always somebody out there who's like, I don't care what you do, just when I call you, you there. Or just be upfront about it in the beginning. Be like, okay, so here's the deal. I want to be regular with you, but I want to be over here.
And that's, you know what, to me, I think that being upfront, like, can sideline a lot of mess and drama. But it's the simple fact that, you know, if you're upfront with me and you know there's a possibility I could shut you down, you just don't want that shut down. So if I just go ahead and just say I'm committed to you, go ahead and dip it and do it over here, then I can have a little bit of both. I think being upfront in pretty much any situation can like solve a lot of confusion and like just sideline a lot of problems.
Right.
But
and I'm not even going to sit here and go, well, we can blame it on you, because 20 years ago, I was dating a dude, and yeah, I knew he had a girlfriend. I knew they lived together. I knew that after every time we hooked up, I helped him change the sheets so that when she came home, she didn't know nothing. Look, all right. Look, we all know that of all of us, I'm not the same. I can sit here and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I ain't the same. I'm competing with the devil for the throne. Okay, that's what it is.
we all got skeletons.
Right. But, and we had a lot in common. Like, we were good together. The sex was good. The communication was good. Okay, so he had a girlfriend. Well, that's not my problem. I mean, she wasn't around when I was doing my thing. Out of sight, out of mind. And he looked at me because, you know, I mean, he had already checked out of that relationship, but they had a house together. Like, it wasn't a rental agreement. Like, they full on had a house together. And he's like,
what a dumbass. But continue.
Right. He was willing to buy out her half of the house. And he's like, and I'd really, you know, like to see where this goes with us. And I just looked at him and I'm like, dude, straight up. Okay. I am the cheat. I'm the cheat. You're the cheater. She's the cheatee. I'm the cheat. And if you're doing it to her, I'm supposed to believe you're not going to do it to me. And he's like, well, no, because here's the thing. He goes, I want you to be able to go out and do what you want. Go, you know, if you got to bring him back to the house, change the sheets when you're done. You know, I want to be able to go out and do what I want, but I still want to know you're here. And I just looked at him and I was like,
so he was completely cool with an open relationship.
Yeah, I mean, but he was upfront with it. He was upfront with it. And I wanted to be mad at him. Like, I did. And I realized that when I started hooking up with him, I knew he had a girlfriend. Because ironically, I met him through my ex. We'd been at the same party. I knew he had a girlfriend.
There goes that social circles thing that we were talking about, but continue.
I met him, so my friend was more of a friend. Like, the only reason I was at this party was because of the guy I was dating with at the time. Outside of like my two cousins that were there with their girls and my boyfriend, I really didn't know anybody. So it was a social circle, but not a social circle. It was more of a social event.
Yeah, social, but not a deep social circle. I get it.
So, you know, I mean, I knew he had a girlfriend. So that didn't come as a shock to me. I was young. I didn't care. I was in my prime. I was, let's do it. I have nothing to lose. At that point in my mind, I was not aware of the fact that they had a house together. that they were physically living together. That was the only thing I didn't know. Afterwards, I found out. I was like, well, you know, like you, I was already in.
Invested. You had your time in. I need you to pay me back my time.
Well, I mean, it was a fair trade for the time. I wasn't worried, you know. I mean, I was getting mine and getting it good. So, like, I wasn't really worried about, but I was invested because I knew where the getting the good was. But, and as much as I wanted to be mad at him when he told me that he wanted to be with me, but wanted the other options, I couldn't be mad because at least he was honest about it from the get-go. So I guess for me, it boils down to, okay, if you got commitment issues, I'm okay with that. But tell me from the get-go, like, I like you, I want to be with you, but I'm not ready to go, you're the one, and really invest myself in everything else.
See, I know I've had something sort of like that, but it wasn't a commitment issue on his end. It was a polyamorous issue on his end. It wasn't commitment. He was very upfront. Yeah, I got a lady at the house, a couple of kids. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, wow. And me trying to be the smart ass that I am was, do your girl know you out here with me? And he's like, yeah, actually, she do. Oh, okay. He's like, yeah, this is the type of relationship we have. I go out. If I find somebody I like, you know, we do a couple of dates. I weed them out. Then I introduce you to her. And then we have a relationship. I'm sorry, who's we? He's like, me and you and her. I was like, oh, all right. So do that mean that I could, if we did that, I could go out and have the relationship, find me a nice little dude and all four of us? And he's like, no. That's where he lost me. Oh, damn. You can, but I can't. Nah. If you get to decide how many holes you want to stick during the week, I feel like I should decide how many dudes I want to bang during the week. Right. I didn't see the problem.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well, okay. More importantly, so dude wasn't in a polyamorous relationship. He was basically trying to build himself a harem.
Yeah. Yeah. Because listen, I talked to him for a little while, and I did find out there was another chick that he was weeding out to see if he wanted to bring into the crew. And I was, okay, first of all, you ain't even got me done yet. You know, take one test before you get to another. I said I left. I'm gonna leave this one alone. So yeah, it didn't happen. Long story short, didn't happen. But he wasn't a lack of commitment. He was more of a, I want more and more and more and more. But you can't have nothing. I'm the only man piece you get. Okay, but if I want you on Saturday and you over there with Tina on Saturday, then what I'm gonna do on Saturday? I need to do something on Saturday too. So I dipped. I dipped before he got any more serious than that. So another psychological reason for cheating and infidelity, according to verywellmind.com, boredom and variety. You want a choice. You want a choice. I don't want the A cups today. I want the D cups today. You want a choice. So that's what I got. That's what boredom and variety. That's what I got out of it. I'm just saying, what else is there to choose from in a woman? Why would you be so bored with this one that you want a variety? Do women literally have different flavors? I'm just asking. Does Amy taste like vanilla and do I taste like caramel? I'm asking. What kind of variety are you looking for? Chris, where you going? Don't leave. Chris, don't leave. I'm just asking.
I feel attacked. Why vanilla? Why vanilla? Because I'm white? Like,
yes.
Other flavors that are white.
Literally, yes.
But there are other flavors.
Wafer? I don't know other flavors. What's another flavor? I
could be coconut.
Oh, do you want to be coconut? Coconut is nasty, sis. You don't want coconut.
You know what? I love you and I respect you, so I'm gonna I didn't hear you say that. As I'm slowly smothering myself in frosted coconut lotion.
I mean, coconut has to be paired with something else to be good, such as lime. Coconut lime is delicious. Coconut pineapple, good. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where did we go with this?
Coconut
Listen, coconut. See? Okay. Anyway, listen. Okay, so I'm just trying to understand the variety. Why do you? Okay, listen. Because I've had this discussion with a few ladies a couple of times before. I can understand that a woman says she wants variety because maybe she don't want the curve today. Maybe she wants the straight. Maybe she don't want the 12 inch. Maybe she wants the 3. We don't know. I can understand a woman having varieties. I don't really understand why a man would need to have a variety unless it tastes different. Watermelon over here, chocolate over there. I'm just trying to figure out, why do you need it? Says variety. Listen, we're going through the motions. It says variety. I'm just trying to understand the variety part. Chris, you wanna chime in on this one, Chris? Nothing. You you got nothing? Oh, okay. Well,
if you're bored,
absolutely, positively. I got nothing.
After you started naming flavors, he was done with this whole segment of this episode.
I'm good.
Okay, I was just saying, it says boredom variety. I'm just trying to understand A cups, D cups. You get a boob in your mouth. What's the problem? It's one more boob than you had 10 minutes ago. I don't understand why you need a variety.
Well, okay, more importantly, if you're bored, why is it her job to entertain you?
Why I gotta entertain you?
Like,
what are you bored with? If you're bored with the sex life, then you might want to look at yourself, buddy, because there's a good chance I'm bored too.
Right.
I'm just saying.
If you need variety, there's a whole produce section at every grocery store. Go get you a pumpkin. Go get you a watermelon.
Oh, not a pumpkin. Not a pumpkin, Lord.
Go get a grape.
Here we go down the rabbit hole. Here we are.
Like,
he had to come up sometime. Pumpkin. He had to come up sometime.
And for homegirl, if you're bored, and he's just not that entertaining, there's cucumbers, there's zucchini, pick something, hon. They can be bigger, they can be smaller. Get yourself an eggplant.
Adam and Eve, there's Cindy's, like there's places that can help you with
Right.
This is not a relationship breaker issue. There's so many different places and things that can help you. They don't pay us, so I'm not gonna continue to say any names, but there's some really good places out there.
Right. There's some that you can get the boxes mailed to you discreetly. That's like their whole big thing. And they'll send you extra gifts. A little something for you, a little something for him, a little something for both of you together.
Basically, to our listeners, what we're saying is that boredom and variety is a lame ass reason, because there's ways around that. And if you're that bored, leave her alone. Because somebody wants boring old Sarah. Somebody wants her ass. Somebody does.
Right.
Somebody likes the boring. Missionary only. Somebody is about that life. Leave her alone and let somebody else have her, and then you go get who you need to get, and she can be born with somebody else. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If everything else is boring, but your sex is good, then freaking get a mason jar. Put some stuff on it that you both want to do. Put it in the mason jar and pull it out.
Yeah.
And whatever comes out of the jar is what you're gonna do.
Okay. I don't know if this is like an age thing, but when you're talking to someone, like I'm not the person to just up and jump into a relationship. I gotta talk to you for a few weeks to even see if I really like you. Because if I like you, then we're gonna have something to there won't be boredom there. We'll have something we'll figure it out. But if we just went in and we had sex at one time and we like, yo, we got to be together, and now I'm bored with you. Okay. There's got to be something somewhere you can do. Is all I'm saying. Now, the last psychological reason that verywellmind.com gave for cheating on a spouse is revenge. Woo! Now that one, to me is that's a big one, for the fact that, are you getting revenge because they cheated on you first? Are you getting revenge for something they left the toilet seat up? You super because it's the third time you told them, and now you got to go fuck somebody. I'm just trying to understand the revenge part. Like, what range are we on? Because that's wide to me. I'm gonna get revenge on you by taking another man's man piece and inserting it in my body. That's a lot to me. So, what type of revenge takes you to sleep with another person? Is it the sex? I'm just saying. I mean, how is revenge? How's revenge a part of a reason to cheat? I want revenge on you, so I'm gonna have sex with somebody else. Take your time, because I understand. I get it.
I mean, if I want to get revenge because you did something that hurt me, for me, I just remind hubby that there's antifreeze on the back porch.
Oh, well, see,
I'm gonna, to see, I mean, we had our issues, and I got burned once. So I like to leave that gentle reminder out there that I can burn you at any time. And you're not gonna know when it happens. Much like I didn't know when it happened.
Before we go on, being that I probably have the same question that Chris is, according to his face, what exactly burn? Define, what's the definition? Because, being burned by sex and being burned by the stove are very two different things.
You didn't want to look at and touch me, but you had no problem being in somebody else's inbox.
Okay, there we go. So it's not necessarily burn. It ain't the burn like, it's the Kelso burn. There we go. It's the Kelso burn. It's not the clap burn. It's the Kelso burn. Okay, there we go. I'm just saying, like, hey, might need to edit this part out. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, everybody's always like, because they hear that and they're like, she's joking, right? No, if you ask him, there's a legit bottle of antifreeze on the back porch within 5 steps of my stove. And since I cook all the effing meals in the house.
She's just saying that she would throw antifreeze on his back, because we are not implying to hurt anyone in any kind of way. We are just saying that she just throw the antifreeze bottle at his head, or that's what we're saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll go with that. Plausible deniability.
Yeah. You need that. That's important. You need that. You need that.
Look, I've made it very clear to my husband, just for the record, I'm not gonna kill him. That's too much paperwork. I'm gonna let natural causes do natural causes, and we have an understanding. He's only allowed to die at work.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, it's too much paperwork for me. I just want to identify a body and go about my day.
Oh, things that couples should talk about, I guess. So, move right on.
It's in that communication thing, so that you don't have to end up cheating.
Well, there's that. So, I also checked another one. Psychology Today. I guess because it's psychology. They said that reasons that people cheat, situational forces. Check this out. Not all cheating is premeditated, but some cheat because of factors of the situation, i.e., drunkenness or an opportunity they didn't anticipate. Now, this reminds me of a movie I had seen on Netflix. Can't remember what the movie was, but it was kind of good. And it was a professor who happened to be at a party, and one of his students happened to be there, and it was an opportunity for him to cheat on his wife because his wife was not there. His student was there. She was willing for the go, and they tried to go, but they couldn't go because he had took some cocaine and he couldn't get it up. Anyway, neither here nor there. But it just reminded me of that movie where the opportunity. So here's my thing: is being drunk, is that a cop out? Being drunk. I was drunk. I barely remember. I'm so sorry. I totally I didn't realize that I was sleeping with this chick, and I didn't know that was you. It wasn't you, and I was drunk. Is that a good excuse for you guys being drunk? No. Yeah, me either. Because in my head, you're grown enough and old enough to know your limit. And if you went to a point where your limit had you doing things with people you didn't know you were doing with people, and things that wasn't me, no. You
already had one foot in somebody else's door. You just didn't know whose door it was. If your excuse is I'm drunk.
And there you have it.
I mean,
what about an opportunity they didn't anticipate? That one kills me, because it's like, okay, you're sober. I didn't anticipate that this girl that I thought was fine since the 6th grade would really take her panties off for me. But since she did, I might as well, because,
I wasn't gonna rob the money truck. But what had happened was all the guards walked away and the doors were open. It's not my fault. No.
Basically.
No.
Basically. So I'm not buying that either. I thought that was just, I laughed when I read that. I thought that was kind of hilarious that the opportunity arose and so did you. That just whack. Okay. You're whack.
Let me throw myself under the bus here, okay? Because
bum.
Oh yeah, it's about to get bad. I dated a dude and I cheated on him. I did. And I blamed him. You don't pay enough attention to me. So he started paying more attention to me. So I cheated again. You're smothering me. So he backed off again. So I cheated on him again. And I made him believe it was him that was pushing me to do it. That's the situation. I created the situation.
So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say this guy must have been box rocks dumb, because
I got rewarded after every time too. Every time he found out.
So was he one of those? Never mind. I'm getting too personal. I was going. Listen. Was he one of them people that just was like, just took the heat for no reason, like just sat in the shit for no reason, like it's my fault you're like this. I'm so sorry. I gotta help you out because I shouldn't have drove you to cheat type of dudes. Yeah, I've had a few of those, just a few, and I don't like them.
You know, to tell you,
if not for me.
Back in the day, I chose them dumb.
When we're young, they usually come that way.
Okay, so I cheated on him.
I can understand.
I cheated on him with his best friend.
Oh, was he still friends with his bestie after that?
This is how good it was, okay? I told him I could not hang out. I drove past his house because his best friend lived one house over. So like his house, a house, his bestie's house. I drove past his house, pulled my car into his bestie's house, stood on the porch and waved at him, walked in the bestie's house.
So were you just trying to get him to break up with you, or what? You like really just did not want this man?
I did, but I wanted everybody else too.
Oh.
I was young. And the best part was because Bestie told me about the conversation. Bestie told him about the new girl he was dating. Bestie straight up told him about the new girl he was dating, okay? Used my initials instead of my name. Started, like, if you were listening as a third party and you knew me and you listened to the two of them talk, I mean, a blind deaf man would have known they were talking about the same person. The bestie was laughing the whole time.
Why does this sound like an R. Kelly song?
Well, I mean, R. Kelly was playing.
Trapped in the closet, or up in the cupboard, or up under the damn sink, in the bathroom, trapped in the trunk somewhere, trapped somewhere. That's what this sounds like.
It sounds like same girl with him and Usher, like just.
But they were twins at the end.
I know, right? I mean, she got me in the pink phone. I thought she had me in the blue phone. I mean, this is what this sounds like right here.
And I mean, you know, like I'm telling you, a blind deaf man would have known they were talking about the same person.
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
And then after he found out, he was like, why? I was like, you started investing too much time in work and not enough time for me.
Oh, man.
So this guy was deaf, dumb, and crazy.
Yeah, I was just to say, Chris, like, don't even try to understand this man, because it's don't even try, because
now,
you
mind you,
wasting brain cells for that one.
I found out he cheated on me with my best friend. Oh, I came unglued.
Okay.
Because at least I was blatant about it, and when I got called out on it, I went, yeah. But he denied it, and she denied it.
So is that what pissed you off? Them denying it?
because when I pulled her thongs out of his bottom drawer and I went, whose are these? And he went, they're yours. And I went, nah, they're about 2 sizes too small to be mine.
First of all, I'm not touching no thongs. Out of your bottom drawer, my guy. Yeah, well, I mean, should you be relieved that he didn't say they were his?
I mean, later on in life, I found out he did have a penchant for, but...
No, listen, I had a dude tell me he wanted to wear my panties one time. I was like, you big bitch. You was not supposed to get your ass in my panties and stretch my drawers out. But anyway.
The fuck?
Right. I met
I'm
him
sorry.
at a club that I thought was cute until he bent over and his thong and my thong met. I was like, I'm done.
Done.
I'm
Done.
I'm done. I thought you were cute. I thought you were cute. But it turns out you were a morph. You were a morph. And not even a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Just a morph. As I got closer and learned more, you morphed into something completely different to what I thought you were.
That would have been a waste of time, girl. That would have been a waste of time. He didn't want you. He wanted to be you.
Yeah, and I didn't know. No. I feel like this whole episode I've thrown myself under the bus a lot.
You have. We're just letting you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, at least I'm speaking from experience on crap.
Exactly.
First
At least it's not. Yeah. At least it's not something you heard of. Something you know for sure.
Listen, I do apologize for that. Unfortunately, I don't have any stories to contribute there, but
you know what? I just don't buy that. But do you? I don't buy that.
That was me at the beginning of the episode. I don't know what you're talking about.
I got nothing really.
I'm pretty sure that 20-year-old Chris got stories.
Oh, 17 to 26-year-old Chris.
Okay, why you saying you ain't got no stories when you know you got
like
good
stories?
stories?
For me firsthand last week. 20 years ago, back when I was.
You know you got stories.
Back when I was
you got
young and
stories.
had it.
And you should be telling your stories because we all need to hear the men's point of view. You're just hearing us two females talk about stuff.
I'll just go ahead and say I broke up with somebody and after they cheated on me, and I just decided to, go the route of just turning into a world-class gigolo for, I don't know, a few years there.
Wow. Not a world-class one. Jeez.
Hey. I do my best to make everybody happy in the situation.
No.
I
need to understand why when a man does it, he's a gigolo or he's a stud. But when a woman does it, is she a hoe?
Oh, I was a hoe. I
was I called them in hoes too. They hoes too.
But why do men get the pretty words? Why do men get the pretty words?
Well, because I was doing some other things too that,
No, we don't know. Go on. Are you pleading the fifth?
I'm going to plead the fifth right now. Some of those things might not have been legal in some states.
Oh, Lord. No, Lord, now I really want to know.
Everything's legal till you get caught.
This is true. I don't want to get caught, so.
Okay.
Statute of limitations is long gone.
Yeah.
As long as none of the... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Yep. Never mind. I'm backed out the conversation.
I'm going to save that one for off air.
Yeah, I backed out conversation. Boy. Anywho. So, another reason for cheating is, but of course, sexual desire. Not getting sex frequently, a specific style of sex, or sexual behaviors that you like is why people go and cheat. Sexual desire, because if I don't get it from the back and all you can do is give it to me from the front, I gotta go somebody's gonna give it to me from the back.
No, that's when you take your happy little butt down to the local little store. You find one that's the right measurement for you, that's gonna bring you the right pleasure. You get the suction cup and you put it in the effing shower and you get wet while you're getting wet and you go to town.
It seems so easy. I don't know why.
You can clean yourself because you're in the shower, and then you can lay in bed and act like nothing happened because you got off. Sorry.
I mean, you could. All of that could work.
I mean, I'm the first one to admit that I prefer my play toys to be 6 foot, minimum made of real flesh. But
Yeah.
sometimes you reach a point where it's like, you know what, I'm in this relationship, it's a lot of work to get out of it, I'm kind of happy and content, like, some things ain't right, but
But to me, that's like an open line of communication. Listen, if I'm happy and I'm content, and the only thing that's a problem for me would be the sex, then I'm going to tell you, yeah, yo, let's fix this. I'm going to go out and I'm going to try to fix it. Hey, look what I bought. Ain't no crotch in it. Let's see what we can make happen tonight. I'm going to try. I'm going to put in effort and try because I like this person. I care about this person and I care about their feelings. I'm not supposed to go out and find somebody else just to have sex with for the simple fact that he doing it from the right and I like it from the left. No, we're going to go. Let me tell you, this is where we sit down and have a conversation. Look, babe. Hey, babe. We need to try something different. We need to try something else.
Right.
Let's try something new. Depending on how prude he is, and I've never met a guy that prude that was like, ew, no, babe. No, I've never been in a relationship with anybody like that. But most guys is with it. A lot of guys think it's kind of like, okay, I like this. This kind of nice. This hot. I can get with it. You telling me things that you like. That's what I know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there may be guys out there that's like, missionary only, but them ain't my type of guys. I don't fuck with them, so I don't know.
I look at it this way, okay? You go to the restaurant, and on the menu is the item you want. However, it comes with some things you don't want. Do you go ahead and order the meal?
Is that the only meal there? If it's a burger and it's coming with mushrooms, take the mushrooms off. Add cheese. I mean, it just depends.
You take yourself to any one of these, chain restaurants, okay? It gives you the entree. And sometimes it will tell you, no substitution. No substitutions. This is what it is. Well, that's what I want. Nothing else looks good. You order the meal. You
and just
get
take
around the crap you don't want, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's going to satisfy you. That's what you did in your relationship. You looked at the menu. You knew what it came with. It said no substitution. Well, hell, 4 out of 5 ain't bad. This is what I really want.
So it's one of those you work with the type of situations.
When you go to like the tasting restaurant, okay, where they give you basically, it's the tasting menu. You get what I serve you. You knew what you were signing up for. You either eat it or you don't. But we keep moving on with each course. Your relationship is a tasting menu. You signed up for it. You paid the price. You showed up. This is what it is. There's going to be things you don't like.
Of course, because no relationship is going to be perfect. But at the same time, communication. Because what you don't like, they may not like either. But they may continue doing it because you like it or they think you like it. So if you open up the line of communication and say, hey, by the way, when you clip your toenails in the bed, it really pisses me off. They can say, oh, shoot, let me do that in the bathroom then. Holy crap. One conversation solved me from not cheating on you.
Look, you want to clip your toenails in bed? Do it. I don't want to take away from your you time, but can you do it on the covers and not under the covers? Like, don't pull the blankets back and then do it. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night with your freaking 3-inch long big toenail.
Ew. Ew. Super descriptive. It sounds like we've been here before. Ew. Not the 3-inch toenail. Good Lord. Where did you get that? How did this happen?
That's what it feels like in the middle of the night when you roll over just right. Because if you got some 3-inch toenails, we got some more relationship issues we got to talk about. Because I was pretty sure I hooked up with the man, not the effing wolf man.
Man, yeah. There's something to talk about there. So, after the psychological reasons, there are also emotional reasons to cheating. My. A sense of emotional disconnection is most commonly cited as the reason that people cheat. I am emotionally disconnected to you. If you're emotionally disconnected to someone, wouldn't you just rather not be with them? Like, what are you there for? I guess sex or something, but I don't know.
But how are you even with them if you're emotionally disconnected?
Exactly. Unless, happens over time. I can understand that completely. But, yeah, I would rather just not be. Because, okay, at the end of the day, it's draining. You're drained for no reason. I remember at one point in time, I did not want to come home from work because my relationship was emotionally draining. And I worked at the theater, guys. And I didn't want to leave the theater because I didn't want to go home because it was emotionally draining. Yeah, I know. I know, shaking my head too. I'm just saying that I would rather not. Okay, I'm saying that my peace of mind is far more important than trying to not hurt your feelings. I don't know if that comes off really super selfish, but I would rather have my peace than worry about your feelings.
Well, I don't need every aspect of my life to be shared with my partner. I don't.
Okay.
You know, and everybody has that one friend that you tell the things that you wouldn't tell your partner. And it's not because you don't trust them or whatever else, but it's because you just need someone completely that's in your circle, but floating on, but is just kind of orbiting the inner circle, so they know that, because you need that other input. You need that other sounding board. But if that's where you're going all the time, then why do you have this person over here?
Yeah.
Because, I get it. There are things that you're going to do or they do that piss you off. And you've always known these things, but now the little quirks aren't cute anymore. They're nerve-wracking. They make you want to bang your head against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to go to your partner with it, and that's okay. Because really, you need to get it out. You need to go over here, but you don't let that person become your new communication outlet. We all have cell phones. That's our primary communication outlet. We all gonna suddenly switch back to our PCs. I mean, the PC was there first. That's how we all got started. But you built a relationship with the cell phone. When nobody else was around, the cell phone was there. And I can put it in my pocket and I can take it with me, and I know it's always gonna be there. You can't do that with your PC. That's how I look at it. Like me and my phone, we got an emotional relationship. I'm not about to create one with my computer. It's got too much baggage.
Amen.
It's got too much baggage.
So with that being said, of course, I'm sure we've all know this, and you can choose to plead the fifth, but emotional cheating, definition first, usually takes weeks of interactions and involves mutual feelings that don't go away after a night of sex. People can fall in love. No real definition of emotional cheating because it evolves. It keeps evolving. So emotional cheating, basically you're putting your emotions into it. Sex doesn't even have to be a part of it. There's emotions, there's feelings. There might even be love. So here's the question: which is worse, physical or emotional? I can
go get you tested and vaccinated after physical, okay? I can go get you tested and vaccinated and we can move on. But how is it you had time to invest in this person with your time and your thoughts and your feelings? I was right here. When you were down, I was there. When you were up, I was there. When you were in between, I was there. You didn't have time for me and all this, but you had time over there.
Now, that is Amy. Chris, same question. What's worse, emotional or physical?
Physical for me, I guess.
Now, here's the thing. The reason I asked that question is because usually men choose physical and women choose emotional. That's usually how it happens. Now, there's, some people can throw me off every now and then, but usually how it happens is that a man is physically, and I think this is just me thinking out loud. I think maybe it has something to do with the visual. Men tend to be more visual than women. And if a man is imagining you having sex with another man, that could hurt him more than you saying, I spent time with this guy. He listens to me. He talks to me. That's my theory. Not a psychologist. Don't know. That's my theory.
Well, what's your answer?
For me, it's emotional, because the fact that you dedicated, like I told y'all at the beginning, my time. The fact that you dedicated time and energy to another person that you could not give to me, God dang it. And now you done caught feelings? You done caught feelings, and I didn't have feelings for you, and you didn't have feelings for me. But you didn't caught feelings that you gave another person an opportunity to come into our relationship and get your feelings and your time and your energy, which leads to other stuff. So for me, it would be emotional. I've had a dude or a few dudes cheat on me sexually with other females, and I decided I'm going to stick out the relationship. But once the emotion starts flowing, then there's opportunity for more. If it's a sex thing with the guy, it can be just a sex thing with the guy. He just wants you for the sex. He don't love you. He don't even like you. It was just sex. But now it's emotional. That means he might want to build a future with her. And he might want to give her the things that y'all decided y'all wanted. And, for me, it's emotional. Long story short. Chris, you want to go back and elaborate on your physical? No?
He's been very quiet.
Yes. No elaboration?
I got a story to tell, but
okay.
That's why I said physical.
You got a story to tell, but you saving it for later?
Yep.
I think one day we should get on some platform and have someone, you guys can come on to this platform. Oh no, I wasn't going. Listen.
But Patreon,
we
can give them Xennials After Dark.
Ooh, Xennials After Dark. That sounds nice.
That sounds like a whole lot of disaster for me, especially after the things hubby done told me lately.
Oh, that sounds nice. Even better.
No, because remember how I told you my moral fiber is an inch long and frayed at both ends, but where it's firmly intact is the fact that I'm married.
I'm sure there's someone out there would love to listen to you talk about it.
We just don't tell them about how to get there.
Okay, no, see, what you don't understand is hubby told me as long as he don't see it, he don't care. But see,
you just got a story to tell. That's all. You got stories. I got stories.
Oh, I done told some of my own stories. Now I done told them my
Listen, I probably ain't got no more stories because I keep telling it on there, damn it.
So to any guy that you think this might be you that was stupid enough to date me 20 years ago, I'm sorry. I was young.
There's your closure, guys. That's all you're gonna get.
That's all.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've grown since then.
Does nothing for them. It means nothing to them.
Better late than never. I mean, isn't that what we used to tell Blockbuster?
Every time I brought that movie back late.
Hey, did you get it back? It wasn't rewind, but you got it. Okay, so anywho, one last thing. Physical reasons for someone to cheat. And it's basically boils down to pretty much one reason, and that's body image. How you see you may make you want to cheat. If I feel like I am sexy, I look good, I may want somebody else to see that I'm sexy and I look good. Or if I feel like if someone else tells me I'm sexy and I look good, and my partner ain't telling me that, well, hot dang. Just saying, body image, it can be a way to prove that you still got it. I've been in this relationship for 10 years. I just need to make sure I still got it. I can still turn a dude on. Unfortunately, that can lead to emotional and physical cheating. But
you know, that's when you role play in your relationship and you go to a bar and you pretend to be strangers and you enter separately. Josh and I did that not too long ago. We decided.
Where are we going with this? Is this something I want to hear? Hold on. I don't want to hear about you and Josh role play.
No. This was very. No, it wasn't even that. It was, I wanted to go out. You know, a lot of the restrictions for, current state of the world had been lifted. Things were finally open. I just wanted to go out. I wanted hubby and wife. Well, apparently I got myself too dolled up because I did my hair, I did my makeup, I made myself look real cute in my clothes. I put some real effort in for a change. Josh is like, no, you can't go out like that. And I'm like, why? He goes, cause everybody at the bar is gonna hit on you. I'm like, don't nobody want this. Don't nobody want this. I was like, trust me, 5 minutes after they have this, they ain't gonna want this. He's like, okay, bet. So we made a bet on it. We had to cancel the bet when we realized, not in that bar. Either way, nobody was gonna win. But I mean, it's one of those. No. I don't care how.
Basically, it's the I just want to make sure I still got it. Sounds like kind of like a cop out. Like if you're with someone, as far as a relationship, if you're in a relationship with someone and that someone is telling you, "Damn, babe, you look good," then you still got it.
And if they're not,
I think.
Well, and if they're not, okay, they honestly thought you had it enough to be with you. I mean,
Yeah, but sometimes people get complacent and be like,
I mean,
I'm just here.
right.
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
There are times I get a little butt hurt because Josh don't tell me, I don't think like I hear it enough. But that's not his love language.
But see, that's something you have to know before you get too far deep in. If you know that person's love language already, you already know that even though they didn't say, damn babe, you look beautiful today, that look is approval. That's the look of approval. So yeah, that has to do with knowing that person. And some people jump in and don't know who they jumping in with.
I don't know. Look, see, but I did jump in because me and Josh dated for 2 weeks and got engaged. We were together a month when we moved in together.
But his love language.
I mean, in the beginning, it was always, damn, you look good, da 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 da. In the beginning, it was like that, as we got further into the relationship, that was not.
As you got to be two old married people, is that what you're saying?
Right. Well, I mean, people gotta remember too. You put effort in when you first start. It's that.
That's probably why I'm not in a relationship. I don't even put effort in, and it's like, okay, it is what it is already.
Every day you try to look cute. Every day you try to make sure you smell good.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you want to be in their inbox. Hey, I was thinking of you. No. After 5 years, we ain't killed each other. Working.
So I'm guessing
we're good.
Yeah, this is okay. So this is a good thing. So now that we've covered everything as far as the reasons for infidelity and why people cheat, how do you fix it? Can you come back from that? Like, if you're cheated on, can you forgive and forget?
I can forgive.
But I can never forget.
So you
burned me.
So if you're forgiving but you're not forgetting, are you actually forgiving? Because deep in the back of your head, you feel like that son of a bitch cheated on me. So are you actually forgiving them?
Josh and I had this issue, and we worked through it, and I forgave you, but we reached, but I'm never going to forget it. To this day, I don't forget it. But the difference is, I don't throw it in his face anymore, because I realize I can't forgive you if I keep throwing it in your face. So I don't throw it in his face anymore. It's not you did this.
And if you basically, are you saying that if someone disrespected you, violated you, whatever, you decide to come back together, okay, I forgive you, I forgive you. When y'all get into a heated conversation or a heated argument, that's the first thing you pull out. You're saying that's not really forgiveness.
It's not, because now you're digging up old stuff to add to the new stuff. He knows I didn't forget, but it's not relevant. We got past that. We've moved on. You can't say we've moved on if I keep throwing it in your face, because otherwise we ain't moved on. You moved on, but I didn't move on. We both know what happened.
So, question, if you don't mind me asking, getting past this, did you have a counselor?
No.
Or this was just you and him by yourself? How do y'all feel about marriage counselors or relationship counselors?
Does that require talking to random people we don't know and letting them
pass
judgment and telling us how to fix things?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, because you don't know my story up until I met him. You don't know his story up until he met me. You don't know the dynamic of who we were when we became a we. All you know is what we're sitting here telling you now. And he's going to tell you his side. I'm going to tell you my side. And then there's this magic side that nobody ever hears. And that's what really happened. And sometimes both of us have the same story, but we both had different reasons for how we got there. And
so you're not in favor of a counselor?
Hell no. And this is from somebody who had one that was court ordered for other issues.
Yeah, I was like, marriage? The fuck?
No.
What the Falcon went in surgery, guys. Just in case you didn't know.
I mean, you don't know.
Don't shake your head at me.
You don't know our story enough to sit here and tell me how to fix something. You know what I've managed to tell you in an hour.
I'm going to say this. I'm good on a counselor. I like a counselor. And let me tell you why. A counselor helped me to realize that it might not be the best idea to marry my ex-fiance. And I could have people tell me this. I could have friends and family and people tell me, but once I went to this person who didn't know him and didn't know me, who had nothing invested in, and I spoke with this person, they kind of helped me to see things a little bit differently. That helped me to realize that we should not be married, because I think I wanted the title that bad that I was willing to marry the person to get it, and the marriage counselor helped me out with that. So I'm all for a good counselor.
No.
Chris, what you got? You think, how you feel about a counselor? Yay or nay? Therapy.
I'm not against it, so I do believe that, you know, sometimes you do need that, I guess,
Extra.
a person to come in and view it differently than you do. So yeah, I mean, if needed, yeah.
Yeah, I think that there's different people, different layers and levels. Some people need a counselor. I'm one of them people. I need somebody else to talk to. Let me know I'm not tripping. I need the validation. That's just me. But other people, if you can sit down and work it out and be like, boom, 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 we got it. We don't need nobody. That tells me you're on a different level. I just need somebody to be like, yeah, she right. That's basically it. Yeah, Tora was right what she had said. So that's where I'm at with that. How to get past cheating. Be accountable. Being accountable.
Own it.
Does it help when someone say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. I know I did this wrong. I know I did this, and this. I just want to make it right for us. What do I need to do? Does that help in a situation, or do you just be like, you shouldn't have fucked up?
See, I'm down for accountability as long as it's not just words.
Oh, there you go. Put some action behind that shit. I understand that. I can feel that. Put some action behind it. Because anybody can give you some lip service. Show me something.
Right, and if I want lip service, then, you know, I mean, all I need to do is drop my zipper.
Welcome back, Christopher.
Oh my. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. The vast majority of my friends were guys growing up, and you know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
but
apparently.
I'm gonna need you. We gonna run it on the trial period. I'm gonna give you 6 months. I'm gonna give you 6 months. If you can back your words up with actions, and we can get through 6 months without you going back on it, we can move forward. We ain't done. You ain't off the trial period, but we can at least continue to move forward.
Okay. I like that one. A trial period. 6 months seems like a long time, bro. But I do understand the trial.
Can we give them 6 weeks? I mean, you know, you pretty much violated a whole relationship. I don't think, and that was my biggest problem, because I was cheated on. That was my biggest problem, was that how do you get past that, you know, and make that work? And it could.
I think it can work for some people if the love is there. But if you know the thrill is gone, I mean, you might as well just go on and it's a wrap. Let's just go on and wrap it up. All we needed is for somebody to violate. You did it. We good on this. Let's just go. We good on it. You know. So how about this? How does a person, of course, being accountable would go into it, but how does a person restore the trust? Can you restore the trust? Because like I had all this trust in you and you messed it up, and now I don't really know if I can trust you no more. How do you restore the trust? Can you restore the trust? Maybe.
With Josh and I, it was, all right, we're gonna work past it. These are the rules. These people need to be gone. Need to be gone from your life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to tell you who you can and can't be friends with, but I need these people gone.
Out of there. Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they message you until they're blue in the face, or so-and-so died, and all they need to do is tell you so-and-so died. You don't need to respond to it. You don't need to do anything with the message. You read it. You know their job is done. You don't need to interact with them.
Can trust be restored? Can it ever be like the way it was before? For me, it's difficult. I could try really hard to make it that way, and they could try to, as long as, I guess, if we're both on the same page where we do want it to work. But for me, it's super hard. Like I'm looking at you different type of
It's
hard.
never gonna be what it was.
And that sucks, and that's crazy, because like, why would you want to risk that? If it was good beforehand and maybe y'all had a little hiccup and you cheated, now it's never going to be the way it was when it was good. Now it's just okay now. It's only going to be okay. Mediocre. To me, that sucks, and it sounds sad, like a waste of time sad. So, how to get past cheating. Take time to heal. You take time to heal. You should not be forced to make a decision. Well, do you want to be with me or not? I'm going to need to think about it because you showed your ass, and I didn't like that. So I'm going to need to think about it. It's always, and I'm the crazy thing, I'm big on self-care for others, but self-care for myself is always hard for some reason. But I definitely think that you always, especially in this kind of situation, depending on the reasons and the details and everything, you gotta take time to heal, because this stuff don't go away overnight. I said I was sorry. Why haven't you forgiven me? Bitch, I'm still hurt. That's why. It's gonna take some time. But that's just me. Okay, how to get past cheating? Take time to decide if you really want to continue with the relationship. Are you there out of convenience? Are you there because y'all have kids together? Are you there because y'all on the same lease? Take time to think, is this really what you want? Like, it's weird for me when I meet a dude and I start talking to a dude and let's say we get into a relationship. In the middle of the relationship, I could be like, okay, I think this ain't gonna last. This ain't what I really want. We can be 3 months in and I could be like, ooh, see, that's why I don't want to be with you. So taking time to decide if you want to continue the relationship is always important. No? What?
I think it just depends on, there's lots of factors though that go into how long.
Okay.
Go
on.
If you're just getting started and somebody strays, it's easy to just cut bait, walk away.
Yeah, agreed. Because you don't have like a lot of time and energy invested.
Right. But when you've been together for a while, it's hard to just walk away. But I guess it just kind of depends on where you are with yourself. Lots of people told me to cut bait and run with mine, but for multiple reasons, not just
unfaithful reasons.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, it's like I posted on my social medias the other day. Find somebody that can handle, how was it worded? Give me a second, I gotta scroll back through and find it. Fall in love with a person who enjoys your madness, not an idiot who wants you to be, normal. There were lots of things that said I should, walk away from Josh, but I put in way too much. And I can't even say I put in way too much time and effort, because I mean, I've been in relationships that were not quite this long, but there was always this expectation where they wanted me to be something I wasn't. I don't have that with Josh. It's a be who you are. He takes my crazy and he rolls with it.
Josh is a good guy. He takes your crazy and rolls with it. Everybody can't do that. Nope. Nope.
They think they can handle the crazy,
but it doesn't work out like that, huh? So, ladies and gentlemen, infidelity. What a show! Am I right? What a show! So,
don't be down with OPP. Don't be down with other people's partners. Go find your own. Okay, go find your own. We're in a pandemic. Think of your health.
Think of everybody's health. Jeez Louise.
Right. Think of the seafood platter you might bring home that nobody wants any part of.
That's disgusting.
Because you got it from
nasty.
you got it from the refrigerated section of the 7-Eleven. Like
that's nasty. That's nasty.
Don't be down with don't be down with OPP. Just
don't do it.
No.
You don't know me.
No.
Got it. Okay. Well, with that being said, I also wanted to go back, like I said earlier in the show, the event that I went to today by Speak Our Truth. That is the nonprofit is founded by DeLaShawn Bordeaux. Yoga in the Hood, that's Ebony Smith. Y'all can look them up on Instagram and Facebook and everything. It was a lot of fun. And with that being said, I think we might be done with the show tonight.
Us done with the show?
What?
Already?
What?
The lies? The deceit?
The lies and deceit. With that being said, you can catch us on all platforms: Spotify, Google, Apple, Anchor, at Xennials Podcast.
You can catch us on Instagram, the Xennials Podcast.
You can also come and see about us on Facebook and Twitter at the Xennials Podcast.
And you can catch us on Snapchat, TikTok at the Xennials Pod. You can also email us at xennialspodcast7270 at gmail.com.
.com. Not